Hey everybody, welcome into our 16251 practice video number 1. So first of all, after a minute or two of me blabbing, we're gonna play. So if you're in a situation where you can play, just get your instrument out right now where you're listening to me talk. If you're not in that situation, just simply bookmark this video and come back to it when you can actually play with me. Because this video is all about action. And you're gonna see a lot of videos from me about taking action and us practicing together. So why am I making this video? Well, when I think back to my education, it wasn't really the concepts that my teachers taught me as much as my teachers playing with me. And if I look back on all my lessons, or my best lessons, usually it was a couple minutes of setting the stage for what we're gonna do, and then the majority of the lessons in our time together was just spent playing. Whether my teacher was playing saxophone with me or, playing drums for me or playing piano for me, it was all about action, all about playing, all about working it out together. And that's what this represents. So we're just gonna work on one of the most common progressions in jazz today, which is 1, 6, 2, 5 in B flat. Now I'm using jazz shorthand. Really it's 1, 5 of 2, 2, 5, but you get the idea. We find this progression absolutely everywhere. So we really just want to harness the power of it by developing some vocabulary over it. And what we're not going to do is we're not going to go out and find 20 pieces of vocabulary and then try to play them exactly over it. We're simply going to improvise over it a lot, many, many, many times. And as you go through that process, you are going to work out some ways of playing this. You're going to develop some vocabulary in real time. And that's my goal for you. Learning vocabulary is cool and all that stuff, but it should be done as like a separate process than this. This is all about turning off the brain and doing, taking action, playing the music, committing the act of improvisation. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, what do I use, Nick? Do I use chord tones? Do I use scales? Do I forget about all that stuff? Do I think about every chord? Do I think about no chords? And the answer is yes. Now, I know that's kind of cheeky, but I'm serious. You need to go into this with the most open mind possible. And one time through, you might use chord tones. One time through, you might think about scales. One time through, you may think about nothing. Try all of it, but the important part is that you're just doing things. You're playing over this progression and you're working it out as you play. What you'll hear is a backing track that's just a 4-bar loop, 1, 6, 2, 5. You'll hear 8 bars of me playing, and then you'll hear 8 open bars for you to play. We're going through this progression 40 times, so that's 20 times each of playing over that same progression. The beautiful part about this, you'll probably exhaust all your go-to material about the first 10 times through, and then guess what's left? You gotta figure out some new stuff to say. So it only takes about 10 minutes to go through this progression 20 times each. That's great. I'm not asking for your entire practice session, just a small portion of it. And where the real benefits are gonna come from is not one time through, forget about this forever. I would plan on, if you're really, really serious about building your ability to play over this progression, I would commit to maybe 10 minutes for a week. Come back to this video every day for a week. Then let me know in the comments what that did for you. Most of you won't do that. But the people that will, I really look forward to hearing some of the progress you made by doing this simple act of playing over this very basic progression in one key, 10 minutes a day, every day for a week. All right, enough from me. Let's get into it.